Hello, this is Marie Manucherry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk to you today about chakras, and one in particular, that's going to be the root chakra. So I drew some images, and my dog Charles is here right now, so he might be coming in and out of the movie. I hope you don't mind. He's actually pretty cute. So the root chakra, which is literally in the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is that place right in between your legs. They call that whole area the pelvic floor. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's the same language, or the perineum. In energy medicine, the way we look at chakras, initially they might look like orbs or beams of light that run the length of the body. So we start at the bottom in that pelvic floor. That's considered the first chakra, and we go all the way up counting the chakras. This would be the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh on top of the head. So I'm going to start with chakra number one, and I'm going to do a video for each chakra, and then I'll probably do videos about different disease processes and what you can do to help heal yourself or alleviate pain or problems, help your body get better. I really believe we have the power to heal ourselves. Even as a professional healer, I work in the healing world. I have clients around the world and see clients Monday through Friday typically, and also lecture and teach. Even in my private practice and all the consciousness and awareness that I deal with, I still believe from the bottom of my heart that my clients are healing themselves. I'm just providing opportunities for them. I'm helping them to make different choices when they're not talking to me, because what you do when you're not in a session or you're not getting some sort of intuitive knowledge is actually probably 40% of the work. So maybe a healer is giving you information or moving your subatomic particles, which is my specialty. I love to move particle mass. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so let's say that's 60% of the work, getting things going. But then how you relate to your life, the choices and the decisions you make, and how you allow your brain to function, which is also important, matter. And so I consider that like 40% of the work. So it's a team approach, and it's your beautiful body, and it would love for you to be ecstatic about your life experience and to feel healthy. On to the root chakra. I draw images on these whiteboards. They're a little primitive. But this is what the root chakra looks like. So it literally is going right into the perineum, the tip of the vortex, which in energy medicine, the tips of the vortexes are the most important aspect of the entire chakra. Of course, the whole chakra is very important and valuable and has enormous information and wealth of consciousness. But that tip, how it functions and what it looks like when I look at it, because I have full sight of the anatomy and physiology of the human body and all the chakra system, and then emotions and wounds and all kinds of fun things like that. The tip is really important. When I look at a client's chakra system, and if any of the tips of their chakras light up for me, it tells me that they're doing profound inner work. That would be Charles barking every now and then. So this is the root chakra. It's red in color. That's why I used a red ink marker. It has grid lines, hopefully, in this beautiful vortex. So all the chakras, they may start out looking like orbs or beams of bright light, but then when I stare into them or start to work on them, they turn into cones. So there are these beautiful cones inside your body. Chakras 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that would be in the center of your forehead. They have a front and a back portion to your chakras. But the first chakra and, sorry, it's reversed on this video, and the seventh chakra are pairs for each other. They are friends and they work together. That's kind of the front and the back when you look at the root chakra. So these grid lines, I hope to see whenever I look at a chakra and it turns into a cone, these grid lines actually hold the energy together for this particular chakra. I'm going to show an image of the auric field that relates to the first chakra. So I'm going to put this down and do a little bit more talking just before I show the next image. The root chakra is the foundation of your entire energetic system. It has this tendency to hold on to fear. And fear, when we look at advanced consciousness and awareness, is an illusion. It's not a real thing. And I know that's hard for the logical mind to wrap its awareness about that fear isn't real when many of us choose to be fear-driven individuals. We make decisions based on fear. And even if you're not using the word fear, perhaps the word worry or anxiety, stress, that's all, in my opinion, fear-related. What you want to do to help this beautiful chakra function really well so that it can send positive energy to all of the anatomy and physiology that it governs is to do your very best not to be in fear. And right now, I'm recording on April 30th, 2020, we are having a global health issue, and it can stoke a lot of fear for individuals from a logical perspective. And maybe they know someone who's ill, or they've been ill themselves, or someone has phobias about health issues, or maybe someone wants to have elective surgery, and right now is not the best time to go into a hospital unless you absolutely have to. So while we're in this viral state that's affecting the entire world, this is a perfect time to practice not being afraid. Think of anything that you want to change as requiring you to build muscle capacity that's the opposite of how you've been reacting in your life. If you have a tendency to be in fear, it's not going to be good for this beautiful root chakra, that cone, that the tip is in the pelvic floor and then it extends to right about mid-thigh. Beautiful, gorgeous cone. All chakras spin, so the root chakra is spinning in between your legs, pulling up energy from the earth and then feeding your physical body with that earth energy to create health and well-being. The root chakra anatomically governs the hips. So starting at your hip bones, it governs all the structures that are non-organ in terms of not reproductive organs. So even though it starts at the hip bones and moves all the way down to your toes in terms of what this particular energy center governs, it does not govern reproductive organs, even though obviously your reproductive organs rest right in between the hips. It governs structure, so all the bones, ligaments, and tendons from the hips on down. It also governs all the blood in your body. So every drop of blood and all the properties in your blood, like your calcium level, magnesium level, your hemoglobin, which would be the oxygen that is attached to your red blood cells, your white blood cells in your body, your cholesterol level, all of that, anything that floats inside the blood is governed by the root chakra. And when I say governed, that means that the root chakra, based on its vibration and its frequency in terms of how healthy it is it vibrating in a healthy vibration? Is it vibrating in a low vibration? That vibration will affect the organs that each chakra governs. The root chakra does govern the colon and the coccyx, obviously that's a bone, all the blood in your body, even the bone marrow, and all the bones in your body too. So that's a huge responsibility that this beautiful vortex has in your body. Bone marrow, which rests in beautiful big bones in your body, and the bone marrows are hopefully producing beautiful fighting cells to fight bacteria and kill potential cells that could lead into some sort of malignancy. So not being afraid is in your best interest. I'm now going to show you an image that I drew that represents the first layer of the auric field. So you have these energy centers in your body, 1 through 7 are the primary chakras, and then you have this stunning, gorgeous auric field that completely surrounds you like an eggshell. So it's way above you, it's way in front of you, behind you, all sides and underneath you. When the aura is in its highest vibrational form, meaning health, it can and typically will extend 3 city blocks. So it's a huge real estate of vibrational potential and power. The first layer of the auric field, because your aura for the human reality is divided into 7 layers, and layer number 1 is best friends with chakra number 1. So here's a little image of what it might look like. And I did this in red again just to illustrate the color of the first chakra. It's the only one in the body that's red. All the chakras are basically primary colors. I'm getting used to the reverse of the camera as I move these boards around. So here would be you, this little stick person inside the bubble, which is your aura. And this is the first layer. This represents the circle around you, represents the first layer of the aura. Now, inside this auric field, there's something very unique and special going on because this is the only layer of your auric system that is literally a highly functioning hologram. So this whole space around you is literally a hologram, and in the hologram is a representation, a clear, very healthy representation of all your anatomy and physiology. So if you've ever broken a bone in your body, you will not see it in the hologram. There's a hologram of all your bones, your ovaries or your testes, your brain material, your liver, your pancreas. If it's ever had a disease before or it's missing, if you've had something removed from your body, in the hologram, everything about your anatomy and physiology is in complete and total health, which is incredible. The job of this hologram, which I call the physical reality, is to remind the anatomy that's in your body. So it's not a hologram, it's the real stuff. It's to remind your anatomy in your body to function in the highest percentage of health. So all of these organs, and I'll just make some little scribble lines in here. I don't have my pen, I have to reach for it. So all of these little, I'm gonna make little squiggle lines just to illustrate organs in the auric field. First layer of the auric field, there's organs in here. Those are representations of your organs. And when you're receiving lots of beautiful energy up through the root chakra from becoming grounded and present in the physical reality, you will send it to the first layer of the auric field. And then the auric field will remind your real anatomy and physiology what health looks like from the representation of the hologram. I know that's kind of interesting. You might have to listen to that a couple of times, this part of the video, to really get a clear understanding of how powerful it is to be grounded and in your body and present, and how you have this magnificent first layer of your auric field that is actually having a conversation with your real anatomy and physiology every single day in positive and profound ways. Okay, I think that's enough for chakra number 1 right now. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.